Introducing GeForce TV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GeForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GeForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GeForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GeForce TV Racing Leagues. GeForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GeForce TV.
Hi, good evening, Dirt fans. Welcome. We're live tonight here at Eldora Speedway, and that is Tony's backyard for all the people out there that know that. But hey, there you go. Now you do. Good one here tonight, Strictly Racing League. It has been an outstanding series so far. Doug, we're in qualifying right now, and we got a big field tonight.
Yes, we do. A lot of cars out here this evening. 360s. They can run any setup they want. They get one fast fix during the course of the race. 5 drivers transferred from earlier, including Kyle Parker, Kinzer Dussel, Steve Shaw Jr., G.J. Boydell, and Chase Hess. So welcome to them. And I believe it's the first time that we have seen Kinzer Dussel here. So I think we know who he was named after, right, Joe? Little Steve Kinzer, maybe, probably.
Oh yeah. Well, now I do know who Steve Kinzer is, but I didn't know. It kind of took me a minute when you said that. Understand, actually. That's what it goes to. Dirt track racing. Yeah, again, like I said, I didn't watch a lot of dirt track, or whatnot, but that name out at you.
They call him the king for a reason, you know it. So fortunate to see him race many times too. So that was great.
You get the king of roads, you get the dirt.
Every sport needs its king. So they're qualifying right now. That will determine the starting order for the qualifying heats, as always. But a nice field, like you said, one of the tracks that has kind of become one of my favorites here in my short time here on iRacing. Very racy. Usually they go a little bit low early on, and it's fun to watch the groove move around here at this place, isn't it, Joe?
It is. You got Eldora, and again, Tony was very picky on how he sets his up,
Yes.
and whatnot. And Eldora, like you said, famed. Really, a couple things that it's famous for is qualifying skill. Really, a couple things it's famous for is obviously NASCAR runs dirt cheese. Now, next year, I know they're running a cup at Bristol. I think that's going to be interesting. Knowing how teams off of what we're here tonight. That's going to be interesting how Bristol compares to how famous Aurora is. It's going to be interesting. They ran dirt at Bristol one time.
Yep, sprint cars, World of Outlaws. Yep.
Absolutely, and it very well turned out to be a good.
It did. I remember watching it. It was great. Really loved it. So hopefully it'll be that good. Once again, of course, the Kings Royal is the big race for sprint cars that happens here. And of course, for the late model teams, it's always the dream, the World 100. So very well known in the dirt world. Really loved it. So.
There we go. Heat race number 1. About to load these guys up here tonight to cruise.fw.com. And folks, hopefully by next year, again, get past all this pandemic going on, as they say.
We can go there.
We can go places and maybe go, get on a cruise. Think about it. FW.com. That's John Heineken.
Yeah.
I was out here getting set to.
Field Miller, Kyle Moonen will be on the front row. Jesse Bandy, Stephen Goldner in row number 2. Sean Bowers and Michael Redding will sit in row number 3. Kyle Parker, Jeffrey Barker. We just saw Jeffrey win the last time you and I were together on Thursday in a late model. They'll be in row 4. Lane Snook and Jeff Fitzpatrick. There were a lot of teams that were given EOL penalties. I'm going to run them all down right now, but you guys kind of can tell who's at the back and maybe shouldn't be. Is that about a good way to put it, Joe?
That's about a good way to put it. I mean, it is, and again, folks, hey, look, if you want to keep up with a lot of that stuff, definitely check out, GForce Racing League on Facebook, and obviously RL.com. Penalties happen. It happens in racing. It happens in the virtual side of world things. EOL's basically in the longest line. That stands for. But that's what
I just knew it was a penalty. Oh, good. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate that.
EOL, it means basically in line, and what it is you go to at the back, and that's why a lot of times when you see a guy do that, that's why they're falling back to the back. And there is another challenge that they done here if you want sprint cars races or feature. You're in the EOL, put it back, and if you get 25 bonus points. Awesome little thing to do here. And we're getting set. Bad, fast, 3. I call these guys just big go-kart with wings on them.
Or mosquitoes when they end up on their side. So top 4 in 3 qualifying heats. So the top 6 rows will be made up from these qualifiers from the heats. And then, of course, we'll be doing a consolation race to round out the field after that. Good field of cars. This is going to be a lot of fun here tonight.
It is. 10 cars out here. We got the lights on for the space truck. Back here, and these guys up front are there. That's another name. He's just here in the GForce. Kyle Moonen. 6.
It's going to take a while, isn't it?
I said Mooney, but Moonen. It's going to take a little bit to get that Moonen.
It will. You'll get it.
But hey, Kyle, lead the way out front. He's on the side. They got slide jobs happening side by side here.
Field Miller looks like he's pretty much going to stay down at the bottom. Little contact there with Moonen as he slides up the racetrack. But it looks here, anyway, at least early on, Field Miller saying, I'm down low. You want to pass me? There it is. Go for it on the outside.
Andy looked like he wanted to throw it on the inside there. Goldner, those two guys, man, are duking it out. That's for the 3rd, 4th place spot. Still battle up front there. And Kyle outside here, down on the inside, though. One's trying to do the low line. The other one's trying to do the high line. It'll make that slide job work for the moment, he is.
Almost looked like they were still in pace lap formation there when they came across the line on lap number 4. But Moonen has been able to make the bottom work, got underneath Field Miller, so we have a new leader as they come across to complete lap number 4.
Right along here with Goldner here. That's Stephen Goldner right there in the 3rd place spot. He's seeing the battle up front there between Moonen there. Those two guys, man, are going to throw some haymakers at each other as they come around to complete this lap here. Heat race 1 at the cruise.fw.com. Here comes Goldner to the inside.
Yeah, just changed it up right there. What if we got off his camera shot there? But this is his traditional line. He tends to like the bottom. And as you can see, we were talking about how the groove's going to move around here tonight. They run low usually in the heats, then run more of the traditional Eldora line when we get to features. Jesse Bandy's the guy, by the way, on the hot seat. He's running in fourth, the 57.
He is.
The car.
We're looking at Sean Bowers right here. Bowers right there, place spot. He would love to get that one more spot, not have to work his way through the B main here tonight, but all these guys kind of single file. Eldora right now, it can be a multi-group, but it could end up being a single group. They come around here, check a flag. They can hear, and Bandy's going to end up in that last night, but all these guys kind of single file. Eldora right
Field
now.
Miller also got in, so did Stephen Goldner. So those are the four that will advance from there. As the next qualifying heat will be making its way out onto the racetrack. As we are early on here, had some technical problems earlier. We got those all sorted out, so we're going to be moving forward from here as the field will begin assembling down on pit road. John Hine will be on the front row here. He will start on the pole along with Blake Chapman. Kevin Fry and Donovan Ross are going to be in row number 2. Ryan Beagle, you know Joey likes to call it the Beagle Mobile, with Preston Kramer in row number 3, the VP, Matt Ramsey, and one of the guys who transferred from earlier, Kinzer Dussel, will be outside of him. And then the last row will be Stephen Fernberg and Cameron Thompson in row number 5. You know Joey likes to call it the Beagle Mobile, with Preston Kramer in row number 3, the VP, Matt Ramsey, and
Tonight, and I tell you what, on www.2splumbingllc.com. That's LLC.com. And just like what you just said a little bit ago, up north, that's where it's from. You said,
I said the word.
On the way, so that means and you know, it is getting down here. Yeah, but those guys definitely problems with you. And just like what you just said a little bit ago, up or any kind of plumb, you said LLC.com. Oh, Chris Pipple out there is the man behind that one. He'll get you up. So either way, we got a solid field. John Hine, like I said, Preston Kramer right there. Kinzer Duzzle. All right, Duzzle?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe it's the way it is.
Roger's listening. Is that right, Roger?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I believe that's correct. This is his first night in the league. He started out in the Raiders division, moved up into the Rebels, and transferred in this. So he's climbing the ladder tonight, boys.
I like
Kinzer,
that.
Man,
I like
and there's
that.
a green flag flies already up there, beating and banging. That's the one thing you don't see a lot with these things, these carts, because they are open wheel style, but you can touch a little bit. They're not scared to get done. Here, Kevin Fry's up to second. Battles on there for the 4th place as Kinzer's hanging on to it.
And what a start for John Hine. He just, like, he hit a rocket pack on the back of that thing to go right out there. And I always notice, too, he never seems to be in the cruise shop heat. He always seems to be in another one. He's got to work at his qualifying so he can get in the heat of his sponsor. You know?
Well, there you go. I mean, he's got a good sponsor out there right now. He put on the afterburners on his jet boat out front. He's looking good. But here comes Fry. Going to see if he can hook on to the back of that cush bar and back down. Got a problem with Donovan Ross and Kinzer right there. 4th place spot. Those two are battling. Ryan Beagle outside looking in with Preston Kramer and Blake Chapman. Got some Cameron Thompson there, Stephen Fernberg. We got Matt Ritt. Well, that's a lot of heavy hitter names, but only 4 of them can make it.
And the guy who's, I mean, I'm surprised. Well, maybe not surprised. Impressed with Kinzer Duzzle might be a better way to put it. Although he's battling right now with Ryan Beagle for that last qualifying spot.
Yeah, I always say the Beagle Mobile right there. Racing, man. Ryan Beagle, man, loves bringing his dog to the track, and right now he's got a bad, fast dog, man, up underneath the seat. And looking good. He's trying to get that 4th place spot from Kinzer.
And you can see he was thinking about trying trying something else, but he gained on Kinzer so fast. Oh, he just cost us together. That's Preston Kramer.
Well, Preston, the VP says, get out the way, I'm coming through. That man just swung that thing in there for a slide job.
Oh, look at kids are thinking about the middle here. Oh, this is good racing right here. And this is for the final qualifying spot, too, so this is good racing with a purpose, as we also have a good battle up front between Hine and Fry.
That's what I was about to say, because the checkered flag just flew, and Ryan Beagle was able to capitalize on that move and get well, that was some hot and heavy heated style racing, but that throws number 3 Schultz here. Folks, and the Renegade, by the way. Oh, you're going to need them here soon, absolutely. And just real quick, we're here tonight. If you Renegade high and heavy heated style racing, but that's Monday night here. Schultz, here, proud title sponsor here. Renegade, by the way. Schultz Heating and Cooling bringing it to you. And just real quick, we're here tonight. And just like Doug said, up in the New York area, which I know Doug is. I'm down south here right now. It's not quite cold. We've had a few title sponsor here. Renegade, by the way. But up there, up north, I know y'all talking about snow. You definitely need those Hayvacs and ACs, and if I'm not mistaken, again, folks, I was a bit old. We've had a few. 585, 3 4. 585, 4992. Oh, and I'm not sure if he does come out mistaken. Again, folks, I was also.
They're calling for 1 to 3 inches of snow up here in these parts. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow. Jack Clevenger, John Short in the front row, Aiden Young, Ross Corinta, row 2, Brennan Lacey, Terry Landis. They are in row number 3. Stephen Shaw Jr., who advanced from what he did earlier, by the way, to get here. He'll start inside row number 4 along with Maximum Langevin. GJ Boydell, another guy who advanced from earlier, and Jason Ferguson rounds out the field. Last heat.
Long last heat. And only 4 drivers are going to transfer it. So up front, and John Short out and around this place. Aiden Young, we know that one. Ross Corinth.
Oh yeah.
Brennan Lacey there along with it. Tyler, and you said Terry again.
Yeah, it is.
I like the Renegades here. I just like this Racing League, period. If folks look for a good league.
But this is cream of the crop.
Yeah, it's cream.
Right here. This is it right
Green
here.
Flag size. If you're looking for a great league, check GForceRL.com. Green Flag now front. With John Short. Man, look at this 4 wide, 3 wide battle for 4.
Yeah, and of course, to start with street stocks at the beginning of the night. So, and of course, remember Aiden Young, he was part of our closest ever finish that you and I have ever seen there a few weeks ago. So Clevenger, as always, he likes the bottom. That's where he is. But John Short taking the long way around right now as we got somebody. Yeah, and of course, to start with street stocks at the beginning of the night. So Corinta just went to the inside of Clevenger, and Clevenger coming right back. This is the battle for 7. That green car on the outside is Clevenger's. He's going to try to sneak under this time.
And right now, good battle for second place. That's Ross Corinta. Jack Clevenger, those two throwing slide tops left and right. As
fun.
I call him a crisscross move there. But back there, Aiden Young's looking on in 4th place. He's got Lacey bearing down his back end.
And I think it's going to be whoever happens to be in front at the finish line between Clevenger. Although, look at Aiden Young sneak in there and mess up that little personal 2-car slide job race they had going on for second.
Yeah, synchronized sliding right there. Aiden goes a little bit up the track, and right here seems like a multi-style track. Some up top on the I'm taking down there at the bottom of the curve here. We're right along with Lacey. He's looking up top here on the side. Can't get wicked around Aiden Young. That's for 4th. No, he gets into the wall. And just like that, one and done here, he's going to have to go up top. And is Aiden Young still safe in 4th?
And you know that a lot of times with these sprint cars especially, you cannot see somebody when they're on the right side of you. That wing comes down almost right in your field of vision there. So my guess is that wasn't intentional. That just a racing, unfortunate racing deal right there.
White flag one more time. John out front. A Monday night drive
gone.
there. He is long gone. Battles on for 2nd. Jack Clevenger there. Out of turn 3 and 4. Final time. On the 4th. It's going to come. Our heat race. Short. What a run it's been so far for these Renegade guys out here. I gotta ask because we're out of turn 3 and 4, final time. On the 4th game, which is I'll do 2. Roger, what do you think about so far?
It's great racing as usual, and you're right that the rumor is true. Kinzer Duzzle was named after Steve Kinzer.
There you go. I know a driver in Southern Tier of New York, same thing. I can't remember his last name, but I asked him, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm named after Steve Kinzer." So, had a feeling.
The rumor is true. Kinzer Duzzle was named after Steve Kinzer.
They're doing this math. I just talking about basically. They're doing the math here. 12 drivers will go. 12 drivers will go to, and so that's good. 5 drivers not.
Okay. So Joe has a degree from the Roger Craig School of Mathematics. I did not know that was a thing.
Nothing to be proud of.
Gotcha. Sean Bowers, and we just talked about Kinzer Dussel. He's in row number 1. Maximum Langevin and Kyle Parker in row 2. Preston Kramer and G.J. Boydell in row number 3. Lane Snook, Matt Ramsey in row 4. Brennan Lacey, Michael Redding in row 5. Blake Chapman and Stephen Shaw Jr. there in row 6. Jeff Barker, Stephen Fernberg in row 7. Terry Landis, Jeff Fitzpatrick in row 8. And Cameron Thompson will start alone at the back by himself in 17th. But like we said, only 12 to make it, so better go and better pass him now, or you're going to have to pass him in the A later, right, Joe?
That's what I'm saying. And, you know, these guys are no strength having to come. A lot of them have done it here, but again, it gets right there. Like Cameron Thompson up, though. Not
I was wondering. Okay.
It looks like it. He pop up there here in a second. Not Grizz, unfortunately. Because obviously, you know, and I know it doesn't take long. You're going to go lap down. Don't grid it up. But right now, sitting in a hot spot.
I was wondering. Okay.
Junior Blake Chapman. Jeffrey Barker right there along with him, and Stephen Fernberg. It's going to be a battle here. His pace truck's in. Go green out front. Sean Bowers, Mankins along with him. Maximum. A maximum force out there, so the guy is definitely fast. Green flag, we're racing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, he's driving to the max right now as we've got a battle up front. There goes Kinzer Dussel down on the inside of Sean Bowers. Kind of, I didn't tell. Totally different lines. Oh, already? Oh, darn, that's too bad. And he was just on the outside looking in. And sometimes when you are in that position, you better go for it.
Look at this, man. I'm going to tell you what, this is a party back here around 12th place. Steve Shaw Jr., Stephen Fernberg, Brendan Lacey is in the wall. Ouch, right there. Might be done on his end. Blake Chapman's outside looking in, but they are just, it's going to be a who's who of gets in the last 12th place spot and make it to the feature.
Yeah, I saw Fernberg go off the wall at one point there, too. Oh, and somebody else just ate the wall.
Fernberg. You just said it, man. He just destroyed the wall, and that could do his night in right now. It's Terry in a hot seat with the, wait a minute. Oh, Blake Chapman. Chapman. Oh, Bill.
Oh, another crash has taken out a few more contenders there.
That's Michael Redding and Matt Ramsey. So, tell you what, slowly but surely, Doug, that's what's happening. The 4 or 5 cars make it. And out here, that's Michael Redding, Fernberg, Matt Ramsey, Jeff Patrick, Cameron Thompson. Right now, all outside looking in. Brendan Lacey's a lone man right there, hanging on to it. You got Michael Redding. He is still there. Got a shot if he can close in, and you see Fernberg back there, but it definitely is close. Now your battle's up here around 10th place spot. Lane Snook, Terry Landis.
And of course, a lot of times in these consolation races, best thing is stay out of trouble. A lot of times wait for the trouble to happen, dodge it, and you can somehow make your way in. And I think that's how a lot of these drivers have done it tonight. Shaw's gone 12th to 7th, Barker 13th to 9th. They're your big movers so far.
Tell you what out there,
thank you, guys.
White flags out. Let's go on. Bowers got company. Kyle Parker there on the outside. Kyle throws a slide job to the inside. He's going to see if he can't get it done out of the last turn.
3-car battle for that spot. Is it going to be Parker? It looks like it is. Bowers finished second, and Dussel goes back to third.
And Lacey's going to hang on to that 12th place. What a wild game, folks. Again, like I said, that sounds looks.
Yeah.
I always love, man, the feedback from other.
Bowers finished second, and Dussel goes back to third.
Everybody, man, tuning in to that 12th place. I'm here. Welcome to the game, folks. Again, like I said, Roger says he wants. That sounds looks. Roger.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Roger.
More math, right? From what he did for you earlier.
More math, and I need all the education I can get. Let's talk a little bit about league in general and what's on here, and you know what talk too much about as far as like nights of the, you know, I know there's some nights here. Oh, if anybody that likes road,
I didn't know that.
and then obviously series, you know, we got the street toxic. You know, the going on here in the GForce
Yeah, well, thanks, Joe. The league started a year and a half ago, and it was just two races on a Monday night of 360s. 360s are the bread and butter of the league, and now we've grown. We have 15 divisions. Monday night is our Outlaw Sprint night, so there's 3 divisions here. The guys climb the ladder like Kinzer's done tonight. He's come up 2 divisions. So we have those 3, and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays we have a recruiting race at 7 o'clock. So anybody wanting to get into the league has to race 3 races and keep their incidents per lap below 0.25. So we want to know that they're a clean racer. We don't care how fast they are. We want to make sure people are clean in this league. It's a good, clean community league. So then on Tuesday nights we have fixed 410s, and we have the gauntlet, which is one of the qualifiers. So five of the top 5 tonight will transfer into the elite division on Wednesday night, and 5 from the gauntlet race will transfer in. And then on Thursday we have the UMPs, the street stocks, and the pro late models, which you guys broadcast. And then on Sundays we have, you were talking about the road runners, which is the Skip Barber cars, which are just a small formula car, and just a ton of fun to run. And that's where we deviate and get on the asphalt. I won't call it the asphalt.
I noticed you really emphasized that, Roger. So normally you would have said it the traditional Canadian way.
Well, I never even realized you guys said it different from us until and now I listen. I'm hearing all the Americans say asphalt. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So, there you go. So no, it's this is going to be a good race. You saw in that consolation there was a couple of good drivers missed. Some unfortunate incidents, and it's going to be a real good feature. These guys, their car control, I hope they don't make me look bad, but we've gone caution free before. That's usually the jinx. But Eldora will really slick off, and these guys really, their skill levels come out in laps 20 to lap 30 when it's nothing but a skating rink. So it's these guys are the cream of the crop, not just in our league, but on the iRacing platform as a whole.
You're right, because when this place slickens up, man, it is really hard to get around. I mean, when you start with it at 25% or something, I'm not going to say it's a piece of cake, but at least you can turn laps. But boy, when it gets slick like this, and why is nobody's ever been able to really tell me this, Roger, but why is it when it gets slick that the outside seems to be the place to be? Just because you got a little cushion and some bite up there, or what?
Well, I think, early in the races here, the guys are running the low line, and it just works its way out. But you'll see guys like Jeff Barker and Terry Landis running the low wall. They're bottom feeders, and
right. Yep.
And they're masters at it. So Terry Landis, he's got the Donny Kreitz look-alike car there, and that Lance Luis drives, and he was crewing for them, and he drives this. If you've seen Lance out on the real track, you'll see Terry looks identical, just riding that bottom.
And that's just a trait. Some people just like the bottom, some people like the high side. It's just because drivers have tendencies too, Roger. You've noticed that. You've raced with people before, and sometimes you can tell where they're going to go before they even know they're going to go there, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then there's guys like Brandon Schultz who just run wherever they, they'll find the bite, whether it's high or low, and they can adjust. And there's a bunch of guys in this division that have that magic ability.
Yeah, Goldner tends to like the bottom, but I'll see him up top when he wants to be there too. So when that's a little faster. So, but you can't get married to a groove, though, can you, Roger?
No, and you brought up Steve Goldner. An interesting story about him. Somebody shared a video today of the 2011 World of Outlaws when they were at Ohsweken Speedway. That was the first World of Outlaws race that. Oh, geez, me and my names now. 14. Help me here. 14.
Tony Stewart?
Tony Stewart. How could I forget Tony? So that was his first feature win, but I was looking at the video, and who do you think started in heat number 1? Stephen Goldner. So Stephen Goldner has run World of Outlaws before, which I did not know.
Wow.
So that's super cool.
Yeah, and of course I know Tony Stewart was good friends, of course. From Ush Weekend. Why can't I think of his name? I can picture him, the guy who runs the show. Glenn Stiers.
Yes.
Yep. So I know that.
And Tony was there last year as well. So with Kyle Larson and Chris Bell. So they put on a great show.
Talk about a great team with those two guys, right? Two of the best personal racers on the planet. Not just in this country. So
I'll let you get the starting lineup there going.
Tell you what, man, guys, here we go. We're feature time here tonight, and that's a good rundown, man. A great, like they said, check them out at GForceRL.com. Strickland GMC feature A main tonight, and
we do. Kyle Moonen, John Hine on the front row. Hine starting on the outside, so he might do a crisscross. John Shortfield, Miller, row 2. Kevin Fry, Jack Clevenger in row number 3. Stephen Golden, we were just chatting about him, and Donovan Ross there in row number 4. Ross Corinta, Jesse Bandy in row number 5. Ryan Beagle, Aiden Young, row 6. Kyle Barker, Sean Bowers, row 7. Kinzer Duzzle, nice job just getting here, and GJ Boydell next row back. Then Maximum Langevin and Preston Kramer, the VP, are in row 9. Stephen Shaw Jr., Lane Snook, row 10. Jeffrey Barker, Terry Landis, look for him to go to the bottom, like we said. They're in row number 11, and Blake Chapman and Brennan Lacey round out the starters. 30 laps, the distance here tonight, Joe.
Yes, it is. Feature time here, Strickland. For a good car, truck, check those guys out there. Strickland GMC will definitely get you hooked up. Brake mode for your
that's right.
track. They'll definitely get you hooked up.
Pace your hot rod, anything,
Kyle Moonen out front, John Hine, and 3 wide already up front, battling for the lead.
John Short trying to sneak into the bottom there. Looked like Moonen kind of left that door open a little bit, and Short's going to drift it up. Moonen's going to try to get him right back.
There it is, up underneath. Here comes Kyle. He throws a slide job on him. He's bringing the Hine along with him. And look at this 5 wide. You've got to be kidding. They can do it here at Eldora. Those guys, boy, nerves of steel on the virtual side of things. That was awesome.
Yeah, some of these tracks you couldn't go 5 wide if you wanted to just park them 5 wide on the racetrack, but they were racing them 5 wide here at Eldora. Got to give a shout out to Jesse Bandy, already 10th to 5th, so keep your eyes on the 57.
Yes, it is. Jesse Bandy right there in 4th, but he is in the mix of it there with Kyle. Stephen Goldner there, Ross Corrente. I mean, look past here. They're 3 by 3, 4 wide, 3 sets back. It's a who's who. That's a traffic jam and a wreck waiting to happen. Wow.
Bandy and Short putting on a pretty good battle for second spot, as down on the bottom, Moonen says, I'm just going to stay down here. And sometimes not a bad philosophy, right?
Absolutely. Ryan Beagle was the one that got shoved out of that one in the back there, all the way back to 19th. You just saw it, but they are still 4 wide, almost 2 back. Talk about some adrenaline style racing, and go back to Blake Chapman, because he is not in Kittle machine, but he's in tonight. Chapman on it, but mobile.
Well, maybe the doctor or the dentist told me he was eating too many Skittles. It's time to go to something else. Too many cavities. We got to get rid of those Skittles. But he started 2013. Oh, somebody spun at the back and went around. I guess iRacing caught that and decided to throw the yellow, because he just did a 360 and kept going. So
Brennan Lacey, let's go. Exactly. Right in the middle of all that mess going on there. I mean, those guys was 3 at a time.
Wow.
Here he is. Yep. Right there in the middle. Let's see if he got tagged or maybe hit the wall. We've seen a couple guys get up there on the top side cushion. On the wall. Yeah, looks like he just got in the wall, then nowhere the other guy could go. Running around real quick.
Great recovery.
Absolutely. Just.
Yeah, I think he was starting to get loose. I think he got up on the wall and started to get loose, and then that little contact from behind was just, like we always said, you could probably go out there with one finger if you could push on that left rear of that car, and it would probably be enough just to spin it out. So that's all it takes sometimes to send him around.
Referenced over to the oval side of things in NASCAR. For all you folks out there,
okay.
Daytona, Talladega, when they are drafting those cars, folks, that actually is get out there and take your hand. Literally could push, just lightly push one of those cars, spin it around. That's how much out and of those cars up there in the draft. So you ever see when they take the air off the wing, sometimes in those racing, how that car go around, or it doesn't take much of a tap. Think about it like that. All you'd have to do is run it at 100 mile an hour. It's just if you could get near them and get your hand out there, you could literally just kind of just shove it a little bit and turn the car around. Same thing here on the dirt.
Air means a lot, and obviously these sprint cars, the air means more than any other form of racing there is on dirt. As Kyle Moonen gets back to the gas quickly, Jesse Bandy right there with him, and John Short right back down to the bottom trying to get him.
Down there, nothing short about the power he's got underneath the hood thing here tonight. And yellow flag, Blake Chapman around back. Us talking about him there, and unfortunately. See exactly what happened here. I know the drivers don't like wrecks. Ever heard that old saying, you come to right, just see wrecks?
Yeah, a lot of fans, that's why they come.
You don't hear a lot of people play. It's really funny. Everybody wants good racing. That's the one thing. Hey, I'm coming to the racetrack to see. Just see right there, they just got together and just kind of spun around, nowhere to go. Just got hooked up, and it's real easy to do with these cars. Get hooked up.
That was Kinzer Duzzle, wasn't it? I think, right?
Wasn't it? Yep. Kinzer and Blake, unfortunately, hooked up. And as much as these guys, as close as these guys are now, Eldora, you can see right now it's a very racy track here.
Very.
Eldora right now. You know, folks, I just got to throw out real quick. My roots come from the oval side of dirt. I started broadcasting, and dirt on iRacing. So that tells you how long I've been in. And,
really? Didn't know that.
No, there was no dirt, man, when I started. It was either road or oval.
How long was it before dirt came in? And I don't want to.
Been out probably a couple years.
That's it. I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't want to take away from your story.
I didn't know
that, Joe.
So, but anyways, I'm learning. That's the right thing, and that's why I got guys like Roger and Doug. That's going to help me out. Learned a lot over the course of what these cars will and will not do, and I still reference these prints as big boat carts. You're basically sitting on a motor with a transmission on top of it with four wheels and a big wing on the front and the rear. That's the thing. Oh, I tell you, they're exciting to watch. It's green flag mooning out front. Andy,
you'll get there.
I don't want to call him Jess for, but I guess it's Jess is.
I have a cousin Jesse, so it works out for me. Is 3 cars are up high, and you can see Short still down on the inside and taking the short way around. See, there we go. I'm still working with what you were doing there earlier, but everybody is more in that traditional Eldora line right now.
Yes, it is up top on the cushion side, but you see there's 3 wide here, and I'm gonna tell you that's a synchronized slide. As you see, Goldner's gonna stick his nose into the mix. John right there, still Kyle Mooney out front. Jesse Bandy right there along with him. Them two make a little contact up top.
And Bandy tried the slider the first time, could tell there was somebody there. Tried it again the second time. It worked a little better, but now here right back at him, all of a sudden Stephen Goldner is into the front as Bandy comes right back down. It's a good race out front.
A lot of times you see these guys slapping that wall, and usually you think as a viewer, you'd be like, man, don't that upset the car. Folks, that's a little trick, and these guys know it better than anybody out here because they drive it. They're actually trying to get that wheel to slap it to keep that cart going straight and going on around and keep that slider moving like the ARP and the wheel. I did find that out there. So it's a fine line between hitting it too hard and hitting it just right to keep the cart going. Right now, Stephen Goldner's men up front. Yellow flags out, and unfortunately, that's going to be Ryan Beagle out.
He's got to go back to the Skittlemobile, I think, maybe.
Well, that's Ryan Beagle. He got the Beagle.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
What happened to him back here? Malcolm Mills.
My bad.
84. I'd had the 90s one, and normally we used to see him down low, running the low line, and he is down right there, and it looks like another car. Oh, just a victim. Wrong place, wrong.
Yeah.
The wrong place, wrong time. I'll move, and it happens in racing.
And of course, what can happen sometimes with these sprint cars, when they do slap into the wall like that, you can cut a tire down, you can bend the rim, you could bend the hub or something like that. Oh, yeah. But of course, these cars also have, I can't think, but bleeders on them as well in real life. And what that will do is, because tires grow when they get under pressure, right? Pressures increase and stuff like that. They'll have bleeders on there that will let air out as it starts to grow to keep it at the same size. That's something they started a few years ago.
Technical thing, and I love doing a lot of tech talk here. But really, another thing that amazes me about these tires, and I guess it's just, they are sliding these tires almost like they're drifting, but they're not. Talking about that's just basically how the compound and the tires gets like green, how that tire is held onto the rim, and they're probably also studded into the rim just to restrict. But green flag back out, Steven. I get into those conversations later. Jesse Bandy out front. Los Corrente 4, John Short. It is here between. Who's going to win this one right now? Because it's guys.
But Golden, they're 7th to 1st. Bandy 10th to 2nd. They've been the fastest 2 cars in this race so far. I'm watching Corinta in the 10 car down in the bottom to see if that lane's going to come around. But the more I see guys running the bottom, the more I see them falling back as we continue to move those laps along.
Literally old Steven out front. Racing League. This is the Monday night match. Folks, it has been nothing but madness here at Eldora. We'll be here all week long. There's a Goldner, Jesse Bandy there, Ross Corrente. Go back here to the back because we still got a traffic jam happening back there with Aiden Young, Kyle Parker, Phil Miller and company back there.
What a lot of good cars way back there in the back. Just shows you again how tough this particular league is on any given night. Any one of these drivers could be up front or be back here racing for 18th.
And car around, who is that?
Nice save.
This is a nice save.
It was Lane, I think. Snook.
Saw it.
I see 23 on it.
Late. And see if that actually was him. Lane. Seems like he's just having a roller coaster style of race. And folks, I tell you what, here we're the champ.
Oh,
yeah,
look
it
at
was
that.
Lane. Yeah, and who it wasn't a good save, like I said. Malcolm Mills replay here of what happened. But
yeah, somebody just came across his nose.
So, folks, we're going to get into the stuff here because that definitely crown. Got your Raiders, Rebels, and Renegades on your Monday nights. But there are 2 other series that run before it does. Is Raiders and Rebels. It is basically a qualifying style series. I mean, but it's kind of a qualifying of the Strickland Renegade. And then obviously, if you go from the Renegades and get into the Elite Series, which is Renegade, and then with the shoulder. Late model series on Thursdays. Yo, can I get multitude series? And there's a little bit for everybody.
There is.
Except for.
Well, some people like sprints.
I think that's the only thing.
Thursday, there's Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday at 7 o'clock.
Oh, my bad. All right. Never mind. Get what I said.
Everybody
they got
likes
it all for you.
We've all noticed that, though. A lot of the guys like the sprints, don't like the sprints. A lot of the guys run the late models. Roger always tells me there's more people that run late models probably than anything else. So, but how about Stephen Goldner out front running that traditional line way up high? Ross Corinta's that blue car that's down low, sitting there battling with Jesse Bandy for 2nd spot.
Yeah, John's hanging on the 5th. 11th are up top trying to run their wicked line there, and he does get it done. He goes on the high side there on the cushion. Battles on for 2nd place there. Ross Corrente, Al Mooney and company. So again, I take it back, folks. Leagues racing out here all over the competition, up and down one side, a little bit of everything. But these are the elite guys here. Preston Kramer hanging on back at 12th place spot right now.
He started 18th, so he's gone forward here in this race. Still enough time to maybe get a top 10, top 5 as we're working lap number 22 right now. And watching, there's Preston right down there in the bottom. He's the black, white, and orange car, the 07.
They're 11th place. He's trying to do what he can. When went up there, Turkey off the wall. Steven Jr., I believe that's what it was. Yes, he's right there at 12. Trying to hold off Preston for a little bit of Donovan Ross. Still, Stephen Goldner right now, he is walking away. He's got Jesse Bandy right there behind him. Those 2 men are kind of just top 3. Yes, we got a car around John Hine.
Oh,
somebody sunk the boat.
he was in 8th place, too, when that happened.
Al Mills replay, see exactly what happened to him right there. Middle of a sandwich there. Oh, looks like they lost horns. Okay. First tried to sink the Titanic there. Done. I think he got up in a wall, maybe. We've seen that all night long. He's up there. Oh, looks like the right got hooked. And it just came down, no place to go. And from
was
there,
that Donovan Ross that he got into? I think it was.
100% got into him, but just a mistake.
Yes, he does. There it is. He knew you were looking for that, so.
There he is. Amazing. They hit that throttle. So it's like a wild mosquito. Roger probably knows what I'm talking about. Things start spinning around.
Of course, swat them right in the first place, and they're not going to do that. So.
Yeah, right, Roger. That's what it kind of looks like to me. Like a little mosquito when the things start.
I don't know. Do they have mosquitoes in Canada? I don't know. Do they have those up there?
Oh yeah.
They got the killer ones up there, so. Steve Goldner out front.
At the border when they go back and forth too. They got to make sure they show their ID and all that stuff. But Goldner and Bandy, they've been having a really good race out front. Corinta's been going to the bottom here and there, so him and Bandy have kind of gone back and forth a couple of times for second place. And I always like following the hard charger, and right now it would be Bandy up 8 spots, and so is Stephen Shaw, 19th to 11th. So good job by those guys getting up in the mix a little more.
Very good job, all these drivers out here tonight. Race Jesse Bandy, excuse me. Back at Jesse, if you're listening, man, like
he'll get it.
I'll get your name right.
Next week.
I apologize if you're I'm saying it. Oh, green flag flies.
Take a look. Not as old as
Bandy
us.
wants to lead. I'm gonna tell you what'll make him happy is getting a win here tonight. Bandy is trying to can around Stephen Golden.
Yeah, I think he'd rather have you mispronounce his name and he wins than pronounce it right and he finishes 24th. So that's just a guess on my part. But see, Corinta, he's still running down low, running the colors of this year's ESS champion up here in central New York, running the Pauly Colagiovanni paint scheme on that car. So obviously knows him a little bit because it's identical. Yeah, I saw that move the other night.
Right there, man, trying to tackle him on the top side on the cushion, looking in the back end. So those guys, man, are putting it side by side, a little bit of synchronized sliding going on between them. We'll see if they're going to out here. Cross not having John Short. Oh, big one in the back right there. And then he just gets pile drived on the back end. Play at the full. What happened? Saw the last end. Right here with John Short. He was of them. I think him and that blue car behind him there might have got together or closed the gap on the front of him.
I think that's Sean Bowers, I think, in the blue car, I believe.
Oh, no, he just got up in the wall, and then obviously the jump.
And then, hello.
That's out. Folks, I know you're probably sitting there wondering, why didn't the car stop? Well, you come around with that kind of momentum, sometimes it just stopped. And dirt is not like Roger says it. Asphalt.
He says asphalt.
Oh,
but north of the border they say asphalt. Okay.
Well, now that everybody's went, you're cussing on stream. Asphalt, but anyways, it's not like that. Dirt can be almost as slick as glass or ice out there. Trying to stop, man, tough.
Well, the other thing I'm thinking too, Roger, is depending on what you have. Like if you're in a single screen versus like a 3-screen or a curved screen, you can see down the front stretch when you're in the middle of 3 and 4, where if you have a single monitor, you're not going to catch that. So it might have something to do with also your setup.
Well, yeah, or the guys have VR, they can look left and right.
Right.
So, but the triples certainly make a massive difference.
I couldn't do that virtual, the VR. I couldn't do that. It made me all nauseous. I couldn't do that.
Oh, yeah. Not with my head the way it is. I'm with y'all on that one. I would like to try it one time to see, but I know, man, it's just not going to be single file.
You can turn and look at the stars if you want to. As Golder gets the green. 2 to go.
Yeah, 2 to go, like you said. And this thing file really benefits out front. We've said that a multitude of times, and Stephen Golder's loving it. Got Ross Corrente caught in the back here, though. Battle's on for around 3rd or 4th spot.
Yeah, you can see Clevenger's going to go down low as they just got the white flag. You can see Moonen still trying to get low. Oh, we've got a battle for the lead now as the leader goes a little low. Golder goes low. Here goes Bandy.
And out of turn 4 for the final time. Bandy's not going to get it, but Steven Goldner's going to push it off here. And Kyle Mooning going to be up front. And check it out, the two guys that get names right going to be.
Extra practice for you, Joe.
Extra practice, absolutely. So Jesse Bandy right there, Kyle Mooning. Right, Mooning?
Moonin.
I don't know why I want to say Mooning. I don't know why I want to say that, but I will get it right.
Yep. Jack Clevenger, Kevin Fry, positions 4 and 5. Corinta, boy, he had a tough last couple of laps there. Fell back to 6th. He was running up as high as 3rd there for a little bit. Donovan Ross ends up in 7th. Hard Charger goes to Preston Kramer, 18th to 8th. Aiden Young, 12th to 9th. And Kyle Parker, 13th to 10th to round out the top 10.
Here to go. Look, I don't know. Oh, he's taking his victory lap. He said,
"Why not?
Out of here, hey, get me a victory lap in here tonight." Love it.
Yeah, and they have the extra, that little, I don't know what you call it, a podium or whatever it is. But so if you're going to go up there, you have to. Well, that's true. He has to go around to get up on that little podium there that's at Eldora. Gotcha. So yeah, there he is. He's just got in it right now.
Well, I'll tell you.
You knew what he was doing. We didn't. So.
What's up, Roger?
Well, you said the hard charger was Preston. I went down to get him, so you can give him the hard charger.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
And I don't have that info on here, so I'm gonna leave that on.
Okay.
I know there is a. Roger will probably be able to.
No, Doug is usually all over that. That's where I was picking up on a
That's
previous
what I'm saying.
podcast.
Well, see, that's what. See, and here's the thing: is I don't have that information.
Yeah.
Over here, I can't. I tell me. And that way and whatnot. But either way, awesome. We got it. I'll tell you what. Let's bring up Preston Kramer.
Preston Kramer, Elkins Video Production, hard charger of the race. Preston, we saw you back there a couple of times. It looked like, especially early, that had to be tough starting back there in 18th like you were.
Yeah, you know what? I ran Elite last Wednesday, which was obviously here, and really found a sweet spot on the initial start. Just kind of roll in the middle. Everybody wants to run the bottom and the top, and they just kind of leave a lane open. So I last Wednesday I picked off probably about 8 spots in the first 4 laps, and I think I did something similar here, and that really set me up. I think I probably wouldn't have been here if John Short hadn't wrecked. So it's unfortunate that I lost a teammate in all this, but still surprised to be here, I guess.
A lot of cautions right in that area where you were running. How did you miss all that stuff?
Yeah. I think even just in warm-up, we saw that it was really important to keep your eyes down the track and make sure you knew where people were going. It really, when it gets slick here with the extra banking, it's guys lose it real easy. I got tagged a couple of times. I don't think my IL is going to be anything to be proud of tonight, but I think I did my part in keeping it low. So.
Roger and I were talking about 3 screens, VR, curved screens, and how that can help, to kind of see what's going on in front of you. What's your situation? What are you running?
Yeah, so I run an HTC Vive, which is a VR headset. It's one of the early ones, but it doesn't really matter. I might not have the resolution other people do, but it still gives me the opportunity to look through the corner. If I have guys, above or below me, I can look to the left and the right, and usually that works. I probably bumped a couple of guys tonight, but.
Good job, man. And that might be a question we might want to ask more people at this point. So good job, Preston, 18th to 8th. Way to go, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Joe.
Interesting.
There you go, hard charger man, Preston. Kyle Moonin, this man right here, bringing it home in 3rd. Bring him up. Let's get to work.
Kyle, it's Doug Elkins. Started pole, finished 3rd, so I'm sure this wasn't exactly the finish you wanted, but you look like you were right there. Maybe just a tick off? You tell me.
Yeah, those guys were definitely a little faster than I was. Kind of at the beginning, just tiptoeing around the top. Really, it's easier to chase than be chased, put it that way. But Goldner and Bandy had their stuff together, so they were definitely the 2 to beat tonight.
And I noticed the line you were running, especially there at the end, they seem to be up a little higher than you were. Was that by design on your part, or could you not run that high line?
I ran that a good portion of the race, but I wasn't making up any ground doing that, so I was trying to move around and, found a pretty good spot there through, just above the middle. Had some moisture in it, and that kind of helped me get around Corinna there and put us all three on the podium.
How do you stay so calm, Kyle? I mean, I'm all pumped up after I get done doing this. How are you? Because I'm listening to your voice, man. You sound like how do you stay calm during the race, or do you?
No, I don't actually.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
yeah,
it's just here. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of fake, which I've gotten better about it, but yeah, sometimes I'm sure I'm rattling the screws out of the wall, to be honest with you. So.
We talked to our hard charger there just a moment ago, Preston Kramer, about the setup that he had. Are you 3-screen, curved screen, VR, single screen? What's your setup like? Just out of curiosity.
I run a triple screen curved 27-inch setup.
Mm-hmm. So. Helps you see on the front stretch as you're coming through the corners, right?
It definitely helps seeing on both sides. I started on a single screen, and you're kind of flopping back and forth and trying to see who's below you and stuff like that, and it definitely makes it a little easier with your surroundings.
I would imagine. Thank yous, Kyle.
Yep.
Anybody you want to say thanks to, Kyle?
Just everyone at Bandy Built, Ross and everyone at Velocity Race Designs. He's been keeping us all pretty set up with these paints going on, so nice. Can't thank him, and that's about it. Just everyone at Bandy Built. So
Kyle, calmer now than he was 5 minutes ago. Good job, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. There you go. Third. Here we go. Jesse Bandy, second place man tonight.
Jesse, good run here tonight. 10th to 2nd. Boy, you got up there pretty quickly.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, it was a good start.
Why? I mean, I noticed both you and Steven kind of both had good starts, and then the two of you were trading slide jobs there up front. It had to be a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely it is. It's a lot of fun. It's also a little extra nerve-wracking when it's a teammate of yours. You just would hate to have a mishap and take you both out.
Yeah, and then you had a teammate behind you too, so it made it even tougher, right?
Yeah, I was battling the moon in there first, and then when I was battling moon in there, Goldner capitalized, which is smart on his part, and then I was like, oh man, now I got to get around Goldner.
So what happened after the back-to-back slide jobs happened? How was he able to get in front and stay in front, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it was pretty slick. I was probably spinning the tires a little bit, trying to force something that wasn't quite there maybe, and if I would have just been able to keep my calm, my cool about me, and maybe I would have been a little straighter and a little quicker, but...
Of course, it got interesting the last lap there. He kind of changed his lineup just a little bit.
Yeah, and he spun his tires there. I thought I was going to have him there, and
so did I. Coming out of 4, it got interesting there.
Yes, it did. I thought that was mine there, but I'm glad it ended up the way it did. Top 3 for us is pretty strong, yeah.
And of course, you're the man into Bandy Built, so I mean that's you. So, so you got to feel good. Any thank yous you'd like to get out there, Jesse?
Yeah, all the team guys at Bandy Built Racing, Velocity Race Designs. I mean, I'd like to say I picked up a 10th just having Ross paint my car this week, but yeah, bio.com, Dirt Doctor Trucking, Wagamans. I mean, just everybody at Bandy Built. It's just a good group of guys who have a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about.
I was asking the other guys, because Roger and I were talking about being able to see farther ahead on the track. Are you a 3-screen, curved screen, VR? What are you?
I got triples.
Okay.
Straight screens, but I got triples.
It helps, obviously, sometimes especially like when you're in the middle of 3 and 4 and looking down the front stretch, right?
Yeah, a lot of guys think VR is the way to go. I tried VR, just not a big VR guy. I'd rather not have anything on my head if I didn't have to. I'd rather have the 3 screens, and feels more real for me, I guess.
Nice job, Jesse. Good talking to you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yo, Jesse Bandy right there, man. Second place guy. Let's go to Southern Patio Enclosures victory. Right here. Ain't here tonight. Goldner, out front. Stephen Goldner, Joe White, the booth, got copy.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
We're up here in the Southern Patio Enclosures Victory Lane, and tonight for the Strickland GMC Renegades here at GForce Racing. You're out front, but at times it didn't look like you had the fastest machine. Was you a little bit worried behind you?
I didn't really know how close those guys were. I was trying to just hit my marks and try to hit some good laps there. I wasn't looking at my relative or anything to see how close they were, but I imagine, I mean, Jesse and Kyle are top-notch guys, and so is pretty well everyone else in this league, so I knew they were going to be on me if I made a mistake, and I ended up making one coming out of 2 that last corner. I spun my tires, and I think Jesse got close, but I was able to protect a little bit going into 3 and hold on to the win there.
Like this track, there's multi-grooves. Which one? I mean, it looks like you stayed up high a lot of times. Was that your favorite groove, or do you think you're going to run the bottom?
When we come to Eldora, I like to run the top. I mean, I'm super comfortable up there. Yeah, I mean, the bottom was quick too early, but I feel a lot more comfortable up top. I mean, as long as I don't put it in the fence, we're usually going to have a good finish.
Oh, absolutely, and I tell you what, it was an awesome finish. Really, can you get better than that right there? Winning it here tonight for the Strickland GM Renegade. Anybody want to out there, Steven?
Yeah, I gotta thank all the guys at Pandy Build. They put some work in this week here and a couple other tracks, and it's definitely paying off. The amount of work we're putting in the setups and everything else, and just getting different lines and trying to get it all figured out. But I think Powerhouse Motorsports, Spegman Bros, BioOil.com, Velocity Race Designs, and Dirt Doctor Trucking.
I'll tell you what.
I'd like to thank Roger for putting this deal on, and Strickland's, and everyone else that's part of this deal. I mean, it's a heck of a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what. One final question, and everybody wanting to know the tech stuff here tonight. As far as your equipment sim goes, you run a triple or
I'm on VR. I got the Oculus Rift S. I had it since coming up on a year now. I mean, I love it. I've never had triples. I was running on just a single monitor before, and I feel like I've definitely improved. I mean, I need to upgrade a couple other things that I have here. Pedals would be nice, and steering wheel maybe eventually in the future too. But for now, I mean, it's working, so maybe I'll stick with it for a little while longer.
Well, the next question would be is what's your address and phone number? Because if any more equipment, man, these guys are going to want to steal it away from you because you're fast already. So there you go. Either way, congratulations on the win tonight. Stephen Goldner there. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Stephen Goldner putting it there. Got to have some fun with the guys up here, but he did an outstanding job along with the rest of the field there. We saw the rundown order. That's going to conclude us here for the Renegade Series. Got any final words there, Doug?
I thought it was interesting, first of all, to see what everybody was using, because when Roger brought that up, like I know with the VR, you could actually look outside, like almost like put your head out the window and look up and see the stars. So I was kind of curious what everybody was doing. But man, I love Eldora. It changes so much, and then the end of the race, it's Slide Job City, and we had a great classic Eldora race here tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, we're going to leave here, and let me conclude what we're talking about on the tech thing. Folks, don't go running out spending $. Because there are a lot of pro drivers that are still running on a G7. That is about almost a 8 to 10 year old equipment.
Timmy Hill at the NASCAR race at the beginning of the year, yeah.
Doesn't always make you faster, but it definitely makes a lot of sense of the immersive experience. But either way, we're going to leave here tonight. Myself here, Doug, and everybody here at the GForce League. Everyone, have a good night.